There you go. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Oh. We're sitting comfortably. Was it Martin? You wasn't here last week. Did you manage to catch up on this week on the recording?
I followed the recording. Yeah, had a go. I'm not sure I got it all right, but I gave it a go. Yeah.
Any issues? You think it's okay?
Struggling with the G still, and the bloody spider thing. I can't do it half the time. I think my hands are too small or something.
Okay. Well, again, it's the positioning of your hands and your thumb in particular. Yeah. Saying really, which helps to spread your fingers out. With your thumb up, your fingers come in together like that. Yeah. When you drop your thumb down, they stay up now like a flower. And the other thing the other thing is to keep your hand off the bottom of the neck. It's not like we don't need to lift the neck of the guitar up. You can use it sits on your knee, so whenever you need to do that. So where you've got your hands there touching your guitar, shouldn't really be touching really. The touching bit should be the thumb and your fingertips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll look at that. Anybody else any problems or issues with what we did last week? Gordon, anything from you? No.
Good.
Okay. Gary, are you okay?
Yeah, just not enough time to practice this week with work commitments and whatever. But yeah,
okay.
Just all right.
Okay. Good. Well, let's take what we let's look what we had on the list then from last week. What was number one?
Spider exercise.
Spider exercise. Okay. Right. Let's make a start with that then. Right. I need to see Martin. I can't see either of your hands actually at the moment. So you can move your camera, maybe even just move back a little bit, yeah, so I can get a wee bit more guitar on. Perfect. Okay, right. So starting on the 5th fret, I do believe. I think you're on your 3rd fret there, Martin. So if you move up 2 frets to your 5th fret.
No, the 5th
fret. No, actually on your 2nd fret there.
Sorry. Yeah.
5th fret, which is you're still on your 2nd fret there. You've just moved on to your 5th string, and now you're changing strings. But we're not interested in your strings. Your frets.
Sorry, I'm losing it now.
It's all right. It's okay. That's your nuts. That's your 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. So it's up here where your 2nd dot is. Yeah. On your 6th string, that's your starting point. Okay, let's. Should we do that one at a time? We'd better do that one at a time. We'll go on then, Martin. We'll start off with you first. So your 1st finger first. Yeah. 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 Good, yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah. No problems at all with that. That's fine. That's coming along nicely. Yeah. Let's try that, Gordon, again for me, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Tom, no problem at all. That's great. Yeah, Gary, please. Yeah, spot on. Just remember what we said last time about separating your first finger and your second finger.
Yeah.
You put them on. So with your first finger, try to get out of the habit of keeping them two fingers together and go out 1, 2. You were doing it okay, but if you split them two fingers, your first and second fingers first,
Yeah.
gives you a lot more span to stretch even further, a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, by the time I got to the last one, it was dampening a bit, weren't it?
Yeah. So if you just try that again, but we leave a bit of a gap between your first and second. There we go. Yeah, how's that? You've gone back into doing it the other way. That's fine. Yeah, no problem. That's good. That's good. Right, so we continue to do that. You just heard the way that Gary played it then. That's a nice tempo. That's really comfortable. Just going bam, 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 bam with your plectrum and just adding one finger on at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll try and work up to that. And then we'll add something else to that later on.
I struggle with plectrum as well a bit.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's always, I know. Do you ever get to, for an event where you will do at some point, you'll get to the point where you're not quite sure how tight to grip it. A lot of people overcompensate and grip too tight. And if you grip your plectrum too tight, you can't play with any finesse. It all sounds rigid and just awkward, if you will. It doesn't flow, so you've got to hold it nice and relaxed. So what happens if you hold it too relaxed is you spend the time where it keeps dropping out your fingers, and so it is just a case of feeling comfortable with the plectrum, which does take a little bit of time as well. But I always say to my students, I'd rather you hold it too soft and let it drop out your fingers a few times and get to know how to hold it that way than overcompensate and grip it too tight, frightened of dropping it. That's no good, because then your wrist isn't relaxed enough to play. I always say you've got to drop it 1,000 times before it starts to your hand starts to realise, and eventually you just hold it, and it's never a problem. Then it just stays there. Yeah, but again, we're going to work up to that. Good. What's number 2?
The Peter Gunn lead tune.
Peter Gunn, excellent. Okay, am I right in saying we've got all 8 notes of that now? We finished off with the A and the G at the end. Yeah. Okay, let's go around. Gary first, please. Okay. Do you remember last week me mentioning about using the up and down plectrum strokes?
That's what I was trying to do then. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you was using up and down, but it was like this.
Yeah.
And you do 2 ups sometimes, you do 2 downs sometimes. The idea is that hand. It's kind of resting onto your guitar and your wrist is just moving up and down like that. I don't even have to think whether it's an up or a down. That's just natural. I can talk over the top of that and have a conversation. No problem at all. But that's just very robotic. That hands, that wrist, just keep going up and down like that. And again, when you play it fast, you're not thinking at all about the notes. That hand certainly isn't. Your plectrum hand is just going up and down. It's just how fast you need it to go. So think about it that way. This wrist about keep getting to a rhythm up and down and just not stopping.
I think the more that's on the top one, it's when you go to the 5th string, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you just lose
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Yeah. So what you're doing there, you're going from an upstroke on your 6th string to a downstroke on your 5th string for the A, which means that you have to miss that 6th string when you go to the A string.
Yeah.
So there's an ever so slight lift on your hand as you're going up and down, but only so slight. It's really, really fractional. 0.5 millimetre, maybe, if anything, just to skip that string. Because, like I say, the up and down was more important. Okay, good. Gordon, please, you want to try that for me? Yeah, just let me hold you there. When you play that G with your third finger, that
Yeah.
was the one that was rattling a little bit.
Yeah,
So I just need you to be a little bit more forceful with that third finger. When you play that G, be nice and firm with it when you push down that string. Just try that again.
I'm trying to adjust my thumb so that it's more in line with that finger. Try and
You could probably go somewhere in the middle or behind your second finger. That's not, it's not, as long as it's not kind of like behind the nuts, behind the head, if you know what I mean. If it's then you'd be twisting in the wrong direction then, but that's not so bad like that. Just try it again though with your third finger, nice and positive when it pushes down.
okay.
That's great. Let's just see if we can set the speed up a little bit. At that speed. Just join in with me and then I'll stop and I'll let you carry on. And try and think about the muscle memory kicking in. Yeah, rather than think about each note too much.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just pushing you a bit too far there. So what I'll suggest then is if we do one more week on that, but with just with downstrokes, but trying to lift the speed up a little bit, because I think when your left hand, your fretting hand, when that has got used to playing those notes and you're really comfortable with that and it can do it fast, then we can do a little bit of work on the up and down plectrum strokes like Gary's doing at the moment. But I think we'll just try one more week doing this, just try and speed it. If you want to make a note of that on your sheet as well, just put today's date and then Peter Gunn, all downstrokes, speed up, try and feel comfortable with it. Okay, so you do that for a second and then Martin, please, if you play that the tune for me, please. Okay, that's really good. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to play, and I just want you to play along with me, and then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to let you carry on. The first two notes you played, the first two E's, they're all the same value, they're all the same length, each note. So yeah, you did that. The first one was a really short one. Yeah, so there's no ba-ba at the beginning. Straightforward. E, F sharp, E, G, E, A, G, E. E, F sharp, E, G, E, A, G. I'm going to slow down a little bit so you can join in on the next time. G, E, A, G. And... G, E, A, G, and... E, F, G, E, G. Yeah, very good. How's that for you?
Yeah, I don't know how you get it going that fast though. That's a bit of practice.
Like I say, it's just a case of muscle memory in both hands. It's just a case of playing it relaxed and gentle plectrum stroke, and it'll just start to flow nice and gentle. It's all in the feel of the fingers. That's all any playing is. It's just the feel of the fingers. We could technically play anything, but it's all in the feel. Good. So I will say then for you, for this week on that. Just concentrate on trying to make it flow. So again, Peter Gunn, trying to make the notes flow a little better. I'm not too bothered just yet about it being really fast. Just making it flow. That's all. Yeah. All right. That's great. Right. What was number 3 on the list then from last time?
Strumming exercise.
Yeah, strumming.
The strumming exercise, chord exercises. Okay, right, well, E minor to A minor, I'm going to do it pretty quickly. So, in fact, I'm going to start slow and then I'm going to speed up. So, just all join in. Fine. E minor first. Easiest chord change, move them 2 fingers over and the first finger on to get to A minor. And then back to E minor. Okay, so I'll start off. I'll play it through once and then we'll all come in. 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. E minor. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. Okay, good. That looked okay. Seemed okay. E minor to D then. Noticed Peter Green died the other day, didn't he? Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I did.
Another one of his. I saw Peter Green twice, actually. I saw him years ago. He was with Bork, and then I saw him at Preston Guildhall a number of years ago. And I was a bit too young to see him with Fleetwood Mac in the late 60s, sadly, when he was really on top of his game. But yeah, great guitar player. Okay. So how we're going to do this? I'm going to do it. We're going to go round, I think. I'm going to go around. I'll count in. I'll start playing, and you carry on, and I'll shut up. So we'll start with Gary first of all. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2. Yeah, that's fine. No problems there. Great. Yeah. Martin, go with you. So I'll go slower for you. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, spot on. Good, Gordon. Same again. Back this tempo 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and 3. Right, that's great. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Same with A minor to D. Gary, first of all, again, we'll count in. We'll both start at the same time, and then I'll shut up. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here you go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Yeah, spot on. Martin, same thing. A minor to D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and Okay, that's good. Yeah, D chord's fine now. You've got that nailed. That well done. Gordon.
Yep.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3. Yeah, that's good. That's good as well. Right, excellent. So I don't think we need to run through those exercises again, because we're going to, when we go back to these next time, they're going to be with the strumming pattern, putting together into do songs. So that's good. So even though we won't write it on the list, though, there's nothing to stop you from running through those chord changes anyway, because it's always better to make sure that we don't forget things as well. That's the other thing. When you do things on the list for quite a while and then you don't do them, sometimes it's easy to forget. So we did have G to E minor, though, didn't we, last week? Is that one that we started? Okay. Okay, so starting on G. Gary, you first. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Great. Yeah, Martin, please. I think you started your microphone on then. I could hear you coming through.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's all right.
Sorry. I don't think I spotted this exercise last week. I was struggling just to try and do the G.
Okay.
So that's
good.
G, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. and E minor.
It's an E minor.
Try and get your right fingers. Try and get used to moving them fingers. So it's the second and third fingers, isn't it, for E minor?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then back to G.
Oh.
That's okay. I'll tell you what. I'll come back to you on a second. If
I'll have
you
a
just
go
want
while
to,
yeah.
if you just want to just do that with your fingers, just to get used to changing from one to the other. Go ahead, and please. I'll start it nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. And 1,
2 and 3 and 'Comes up there now.
right, good. Yeah, that's coming along nicely. Yeah, that's coming along nicely. Good. Right, let's go on then, Martin. Let's have a listen. See what you've got so far. You need to unmute your microphone. Good.
It's going back to the G.
Going back to the G. Now, can you see what's the first finger you're putting on there? You're putting your third finger on first, and that was the only one that was in the wrong place. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's great. Yeah, good. Excellent. Really good. Yeah. So we did have, didn't we? We did have the little bit of strumming that we started doing as well. Was that the last thing that was on the list? Is that number 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Before we do, should we just recap and write down what we've got so far?
Okay.
If you haven't done so already. It's 29th of July. So, and Spider, number 1, wasn't it? What do we, Oh, it was Peter Gunn, wasn't it? Yeah, so Gary Hughes was on the up and down plectrum and strokes.
Yeah.
I think Martin, we were just concentrating on making it fluid and flow nicely each note, yeah. And Gordon, I think we were just trying to get the tempo up, wasn't we? All down strokes. Yeah, so that's great. So we're all slightly different on this week, but as long as you know where we're up to and you can remind me next time, that's good. And then number 3 that we've just done, in terms of chord exercises, we just write down number 3, G to E minor.
Okay.
G to E minor. We'll concentrate on that this time. All right. So now we need to look moving forward. We need to look at this the strumming that we did last time. So, Gordon, please. Yeah. If you want to play the G chord as well, might as well get used to the one that we're getting used to the most, and then just strum on that G chord. If you're wondering why it's sounding weird, just have a look.
Yeah.
Just have a look on your.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the coming up. It doesn't feel like I'm hitting all the strings as it comes up. But
Doesn't matter. But what you actually done there is not what you wrote down last week. If you look
It's
at
down, up, down, down, up, down. So that's what it should.
But what you did then was down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Oh.
Just try it again. Just have a look at what it is and just try it again. That's it. Yeah, spot on. So in rhythm terms, what we're listening to is that. That's the rhythm. There's it. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay. Martin, please, if you want to try that.
Sorry, I think I must have missed this last week. So can you just tell me?
Yeah, I think. So what we started going when we first moved on to it, it was because we've been playing chord exercises now, but just doing them all downstrokes, strumming on the beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. In order to make it sound more musical and come to life, we need to make that just 1, 2, 3, 4 a bit more interesting, basically. So the strumming with this hand needs to start to come into play. Now, what we've done so far is we've had probably the most easiest strumming pattern, which was just 4 downstrokes. It doesn't get much easier than that. So, but there's so many different types of rhythms to play. So what I was doing last week was trying to get a very simple rhythm, and that's what we did. So I did it slowly first, and then I asked everyone to join in. And then it was a case of looking at whether my hand is playing a downstroke or an upstroke. Down, up, down, miss. Down, up, down, miss. Down, up, down. Notice, yeah? If I don't put that miss in, it becomes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, which in itself is another rhythm, another simple rhythm. But we're just going to try and get that down, up, down. Down, up, down, and the sound it gives, tap, 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 tap. Okay.
You did that on the G.
Yeah, I said the G because that's the new chord, isn't it? And that's not G. What are you playing there?
Was it
G chord? Sorry, not the notes. The full chord. We just
the chord, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
the full G major chord. Yeah, because when we're strumming all the strings that we need. Not just picking out one note, so it's not a lead tune, it's rhythm.
So down, up, down, miss.
Yep. Down, miss.
Okay.
Yeah, spot on. And the faster we go, we don't need to think about whether it's down, up, or it's basically all down to your wrist and your elbow a little bit, and just keeping that going up and down. As long as that's doing that in time, going up and down in time, we can't speed up and we can't slow down. Down to play in time, as long as that wrist is going. But your wrist has got to be very so, and your plectrum, and this is where the dropping the plectrum out the fingers comes into play when we're trying to get right. Because, well, listen to the difference between this. Right? This is as I'm playing it now, nice and relaxed with the plectrum. Now, if I grip my plectrum tight and stiffen up, you straight away, can't you, the difference? Yeah, so like that smooth, just gliding across the strings, really. Excellent, that's good. Gary, if you want to try that for him, please give us a nice fast rhythm. Yeah, spot on. Brilliant. Right, so what we're going to do now with this, we're going to do the count, because this is where it all starts to make sense. We're going to do the count. When I've been counting in groups of 4, the counting style that I use is I'll count 1 and and then I strum the next one. Okay? We can actually play that now like this. 1 and 2 and 3. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now, for this, I'm using the easiest chord change, whatever it might be for you. I would say E minor to A minor. Okay? The easiest chord change, because the last thing we want to be doing is trying to think about this hand and still trying to work out how to play a certain chord, yeah? So take your very easiest chord change to work on this. So work on the hand. 1 and 2. In fact, I'll just play it now. If you want to, you don't need to mute your microphones. Actually, you can just carry on playing. It'll be fine. Just join in when you think you've got it. I'll talk you through it. I'm going to do it very, very slowly. There's a little bit of a tricky bit. We'll see how you do with it. Okay, I'll count in first. 1 and 2, starting on E minor, and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E minor and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and okay. Right, any comments? Anything there that you think it went a bit strange? Or I couldn't hear what you were doing. So any comments on that? Did we go around Gary first?
We're just trying to keep in time, really. The words.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
Okay. Good. Martin?
I think I'll just have to practice it.
That's fine. Go on.
Same.
Okay.
Didn't sound very good.
This is the tricky bit I was telling you about, because we've done this strumming pattern, okay? Down, up, down, down, up. But the count is 1 and 2 and 3. Down, up, down, 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 down, up, down. So it starts down, down, up, down. That's the tricky bit. Does that make sense? Because the count is 1 and 2 and 3. So I was strumming. If we strum down, up, down, it wouldn't be 1 and yeah. It will be 1 and it wouldn't be So the actual count starts on down, up, down on the second down. That's where it starts. Down, up, down, down, up, down. So it starts down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And if I count that, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, yeah, and 3 and 4 and when you change, remember it's down, 2 downs, down, miss, and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you change the chord.
It takes some practicing, I think.
Looking at Gordon's face, not really making that much sense. But
It does make sense when you listen to it, but I think you just have to try it, don't you?
We just got to try, exactly. Yeah. And then I think that's probably where watching his video back at that point and you know, and trying to when you get stuck, should I say, not if you get stuck, because you will think, is that right? Gary, do you want to just have a go through that for me, please? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
You do 2 on the change.
Oh, when you change, it starts again on 1 miss and 2. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got it spot on there. Martin, just have a go at that, please. Just try that.
Here we go.
Down, down, up, down. Ah, no. Then you went down, up, down, up. Down, miss, down, up, down.
So, starting again. So
Yeah.
down.
Remember the pattern is down, up, down. Start on the third one, on that down. Down, down, up, down.
I'm not getting it.
Right, hang on. That's fine. I thought this would be a little bit tricky to do online, but without pointing and and actually be able to show you. Okay, no problem. It might be an idea if I write this down. I don't think you need to write it. Can you do a screenshot or something like that? Let me do it first, or even we can't do the video. The video will be uploaded anyway. Oh, it's all right. Let me have a look at this. Right. Right. Down, up, down. Right. So what we've got is that. Yeah, DUD, down, up, down, basically. That's what we were practicing last week. Okay. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now, when I've been counting, okay, ignore that top bit. Top bit of it's there. Okay, so that's the bit that I normally count. Yeah, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Okay. And now I just wrote the strums to play underneath it. There we go. Just above it, I've wrote D, D-U-D, 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 D-U at the end. Just D it. And then it goes back to the beginning again there. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So I can make that a bit better. Okay. Well, you can see there, I brought the downs and the down ups and the arrows underneath. Okay, so down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Start again. Back to here, back to D. Okay. If I write the count over the top, that should give it everything. Oh, it's 1 and 2. There we go. That's everything in full. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, you can either take a screenshot or...
Somebody able to do a screenshot because it's barely visible at the minute. I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
I think if we can get a screenshot, that'll be all right.
Yeah, it's really clear on my screen, but never mind. Let me think. If I turn off my background and put it up to the camera, that might help. If I open my blinds, let some light in, that might help as well. Is that any better? Or not?
Yeah. Just there, yeah. Okay.
So when?
Yep, done it. Took a
Yeah,
swig.
okay. All good, good. So, and again, you will be able to watch this back. You'll know it's right at the end of the video if you do, so it should be easy to find. And I'll just strum exactly what I've written down there for you. And if you watch my strumming hand, you'll see that. But 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm going to change on 1, A minor, and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to E minor, 1 and 2. Okay. So see how we're going with that. Yeah. See how we're going with that. All the chords and everything else is coming along fine. So that's something a little bit different. So I would expect we'd probably have a few issues with it this week. So we'll tackle them next week and see if we can get on top of that. But that's just the basic gist of it. You've got it written out. You know what it sounds like as well. If you think that the rhythm itself is too much and you can't get the chord changes, then stay on one chord and just strum and count the rhythm. Yeah. Then when you're comfortable that hand is going down, up, down, down, up, down, and we were doing that earlier, wasn't we? It's only a case of relating that to the counts, and then we can change at the right time with the chords. That's all. So it's not really the strumming that's going to be an issue there. And then put it all together. All right. So I suppose the last thing on your list would be new strumming pattern. Maybe reference screenshots or something like that if you need to see that. New strumming pattern, and then you could if you get good at that strumming pattern, then change from E minor to A minor. Just those two, the easiest one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And I think what I explained last week, using that exact strumming pattern, we can get about 3, 4, or 5 songs out of that. Just simple ones using the chords we've got: G, D, A minor. Down 4 and down 1 and down 2. That's quite quick, but simple song, 3 chords the whole way through. So that's where we're going with this. All right, it's putting the chords together with that strumming. Any questions?
No, I'll go.
No? Good. Loads to be getting on with, but we're getting there. It's all sounding good. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Have a good week.
Yeah.
I'll see everyone else 7 o'clock next Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
Cheers
week.
now.
See you later. Bye-bye.
All right.